microscopy, and then they'll be able to measure the size of these amoebas and so on. And count.
That doesn't have water, does it?
No, when I took it.
So they're learning how to do, like in a blood count, how to do a blood count with a little thing we call a hemocytometer. They will count, you count like these little amoebas and so on. Interesting enough, Jack, for you, I'm working on something. This is the same thing they do to make beer.
Okay.
They actually have the yeast. They have to do a count of the yeast. They have to have, you have so many live yeast and so many dead ones. You have to know how many live yeast you've got to make good beer. So in all breweries, they'll have somebody doing these counts on yeast. In the hospital, we do it on red and white blood cells and so on.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Let's see if I had anything else. I brought the computer, but anyway, all this ties into the computer. So the only other thing that needs to be pushed or talked about is this is called USB here. Well, the new USB cables to run other things, such as your printers, have a USB A and a USB B. And the B is your little square. Looks like a square. So, most of these keyboards now do not have this anymore. But now we got double trouble, now triple trouble. So now they have the little square one. The one that's more professional for the hobbyist, professional, or you call it, they'll still have the old DIN plugs. But if you buy one for your kids at home or for you at home and so on, it's going to have USB A, USB B. So you can use the same one that you use on your printer to connect to almost all the keyboards you buy in the market now. This goes into your computer. The B square goes into the keyboard. And then you have to have a program like he's using or Finale to get that in. So when you set up your computer MIDI, it'll say what it is, Roland JX-03, I found you. Once it finds it, whenever you put down here, C will come up there, and everything we talked about will automatically be put in there with the program. And then you can play it. You can actually make CDs with it. Yeah, go.
So if you're, say you're a beginning musician and you don't play the best, you can use a synthesizer to make it sound more professional.
Say again.
And say if you're a musician and you're learning and you're not the best,
Yeah.
can you use a synthesizer with those settings to make it sound more professional, more refined?
Yes and no. You can do almost anything you want with it. So let me give you the first example that we're talking about a long time ago. This woman's now halfway through her musical career. At one of the middle schools, we were doing a program. And she was very good keyboard player, piano. She played at church and all kinds of places. Anyway, she had her keyboard there. And this is where I started to learn a lot of this here. So the bottom line is, when I bring my keyboard and I push that button to play Silent Night, you don't know if I'm playing or the keyboard playing. So I can fake it, right? And the reason I like this learning system, because you can do various things with it. This particular one, I can push a button and say wait, and it won't play that tone until I play it. Here. So if I talk to you, it's not going to go on to the rest of the song until I play it. So you can manipulate it in almost any way that you want to. And that's basically what she did. Play along and say, you don't know if I'm playing or the keyboard playing, because I'm playing. I played it on this young, come to one of the music classes on Friday and see what I'm talking about. The keys light up. So you're playing it with that or an octave above it, however you want. And then the sound's going to be coming out. Even if I stop playing, it's going to continue playing the song because everything I put in there. And Samantha, one of the girls that worked with me on this now, she's now a freshman in college, been with me for 8 years. I can have her put all this stuff into the computer and then connect it to the keyboard, and the keyboard will play, just like real. So what we did, let's say a bluegrass song. A bluegrass song, when you go around the circle, the violin will play it, the fiddle, and then the mandolin will play it, okay? Then the banjo will play it, and then somebody may sing it. So while they're in the piano, is constantly playing like a guitar, playing rhythm, boom, 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 boom. It's not playing da 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 da. It's playing rhythm like the guitar. Okay? So what I have her do is put that in there, rhythm piano, just boom, 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 bass chord, chord, bass chord, chord, and then put it in a second time where the piano actually plays it on top of both, okay, with the rhythm going. And then the next time, put it in, so it's in there twice already, put it in the third time with, anyway, you can put it in there any way you want. So it will constantly play. If you don't have a piano player, for example, you can take this, and now all of our musicians can play along with it, just like the piano player sitting in the back. They play at the right time. When it's time for the piano player to play the melody, the piano player plays. The rest of the time, he's going to be playing backup. So you can do that with all the instruments. The fiddle in here, guitar in here. So it's mind-blowing what you can do with it. So, and that's why a lot of people are making lots of money. These professional musicians, they can sit in their house and make all kinds of money and sell it to Hollywood and various people. So it's a lot of your movies now are being scored with MIDI. They used to have to hire, well, the London Philharmonic Orchestra play some background for some of this stuff. Or in Hollywood, maybe 20, 40 musicians to play the score. Henry Mancini, remember him?
And now they can do it just with the,
Pardon?
now they can do it just with that little apparatus.
Yeah, you could do it. You know, what my plan is that I have lots of accordions. And we had 2 accordions, well, 3 of us were here today. Right like that. So anyway, Roland, this good company, came out with a MIDI accordion. Okay? So it doesn't have all these wires, it doesn't have all these reeds in there. It's all electronic, but it looks like an accordion. Sells for $1,800. Beginners. Now the professional ones sell for $8,000 to $10,000, but it's a little one, like mine there. Anyway, bottom line is, I never liked it. Not only that, it worked like a year and a half. It's not working anymore. So I still happen to like an accordion. I still happen to like being able to control electronically. My accordion there, for example, has got 1 key on it. The key I use. So now I got to go back down to Austin, give it to the guy for 2 or 3 weeks to have him retune or put in a new reed and so on. So anyway, we're into that world now called hacking. So what I'm getting at, I can now build my own accordion. Well, that's what we're working on here. And we don't need to use this. This just happens to be the one that comes with this. So the other guy that's got this, all he bought was a keyboard. And then with your Raspberry Pi, there are people who are making the Raspberry Pi into what he's talking about, a synthesizer, that little $35 computer. So now we theoretically can gut an old computer, an old accordion. They're on the market sometimes for $30, $25. You can gut it, put this keyboard in, put a Raspberry Pi in it, and you have electronic accordion. And this is called what the word of makers now. They're learning how to do take all this technology, but you're gonna have, the problem is, not many people are willing to sit through all this. Even the young people, they just don't wanna learn all the theory first. You wanna get in there and do something. But the bottom line, you really can't do it unless you know what you're doing. So, anyway, that's what we're working on right now. This is our next project, is hacking and coordinating. Okay,